Hey guys, this is Mark Hutchinson from Arch Audio Recording Studio in Chattanooga. Today we're here in what is going to be Studio B of Arch Audio. Next door is the main tracking room and the control room and so forth. That's our big space. But what we're doing here today is expanding the space to include a second studio for hip hop and rap. So we have a lot of clients that come in to record hip hop and rap, and we are building a studio especially for you guys. It's going to be designed and with a lot of equipment that will cater to the hip hop and rap community. So we're really excited to be starting on this today. The second thing we're going to do over here is a mastering suite in this area here. So we're going to have a lot of mastering gear that's specialized for that purpose, and that'll open us up to new business here in Chattanooga. And in the furthest area, we're going to have another tracking room, and that'll be tracking room D as a delta for the main studio. There will be a big window there between tracking C, or I mean actually tracking B, and what will now be D. What I wanted to do is show you how to build walls and floors when you're building a studio. So what we've done here is we've made our measurements, and we have our existing wall. We are leaving a 2-inch air gap between the existing wall and our floor, the floorboard that's going to hold up the wall. So this first wall is going to go all the way to the roof, and it's going to be insulated with safe and sound insulation. Its sole purpose is just to create a barrier between here and here. So then we have a 2-inch air gap again between this wall and this wall. Now this wall is going to be setting on the floating floor that we're going to start putting in today. So we'll have a 2-inch gap between the first wall and our floating floor, which will create again separation through the air gap. Now this wall is going to be built on the floating floor, so the ceiling will also be built on that floating floor. So this is an independent room from this other room or any of the rest in the building. So continuing on over here to the mastering suite, we're doing the same thing. These are going to be independently floating rooms. So the floating floor is going to come over to this area right here, and we're going to have this wall that goes up that's insulated, and it will have its own ceiling. Then we have a 2-inch air gap, and then we're going to have a floating floor here that will have its wall built on it that goes up and have a ceiling on it, and continue on through these different rooms. So each room will be isolated from the other. They will not be touching in any way. Now, why do you want to do this? If you think about sound is vibration. Just think about your vocal cords and the vibration. So when a sound comes into a wall, it wants to go through that wall. So if you knock on this wall, presumably you hear it on the other side. But if we have a 2-inch air gap and we have another wall out here, and you knock on that wall, the sound vibration goes through the first wall and it hits dead airspace, and it can't get through the second wall. So that's the way that you use dead airspace to stop vibration or sound waves from one wall to the next. So we'll come back here in a few minutes as we start gridding out the floating floor and give you a little bit more. See you in a few.